Coming on to the 3 9 axis, Rahu in the third house, Ketu in the ninth house. This is probably one of the best axis of Rahu-Ketu in my opinion. No, that does not mean that it does not come with its share of difficulties. Every placement will show some hidden karma, some pending karma in some area or the other. But what it does show me is that this person will come out of these difficulties. Third house is the house of courage. It's the house of speech. Second house is how you talk, or basically your voice, and third house is how you communicate. There is a difference. When Rahu is in the third house, the way this person communicates is very sharp, is very sharp. And remember, it's the Gemini Sagittarius axis, right? Gemini Sagittarius axis is also where a lot of people consider Rahu Ketu to be exalted. Personally, I feel that they are much more comfortable over here as opposed to the Taurus Scorpio axis, but I could be wrong. Either ways, both these axes, they are considered very well placed. And Rahu and Mercury are best friends. So even if your third house is not the house of Gemini, Gemini energies are still there. This person makes a person very cunning and very, quick in communication. The way they're able to sort of deceive someone while they're communicating, or the way they're able to catch if someone else is lying very quickly. Third house is also the house of courage. These people with time will become very courageous. Earlier in life, they feel very shy in communicating. They won't be a public speaker kind of a person. They would be introverted, or they could sort of have a lot of problems in expressing themselves, a lot of problems with courage, and could have fear in when it comes to standing up for yourself and stuff like that. But as time progresses, because you're eventually moving from Ketu to Rahu, you learn these things. You become an excellent communicator, you become fearless. When you talk, you literally seem like the most confident person in the room, and those things actually make your living. You could be a salesman, you could be someone in the marketing profession, you could be someone who's in any journalist in any way who's associated with speaking and earns through their communication skills. Ketu, on the other hand, is in the ninth house. Ninth house is the house of father. Some people consider 10th house to be the house of father as well, but ninth house is the house of father as well. Ninth house is the house of guru, is the house of higher education, is the house of our values, our value system, our belief system. Ketu provides a detachment over here. For some reason, your father either lived away from you when you were a child, or was a bit emotionally detached. Similar behavior was reflected in teachers and gurus, and you yourself are a little less interested in higher education. Higher education in the sense your master's degree. Education till bachelor's is sort of the fifth house realm, and ninth house is basically your masters and PhD and stuff like that. Or you want to sort of go for your masters and PhD, but it's delayed for some reason. There's this sort of cut there. It also could mean that your value system, your belief system is different than other people. This will happen with Ketu, that what these people believe and think and how their thinking has been shaped since their childhood is very different from other people. If you go deep into these areas, because this will be a comfort area, you can find that one guru in this, and guru may not happen in a traditional sense. Those kind of people are not really available for most of us. They could, but most people, you could find a teacher in a school setting, a college setting, or when you're pursuing a master's or PhD or something, who has a lot of influence on you, who actually helps you, who guides you, and is sort of able to make your life a lot better. But overall, I suggest going towards some form of if you pursue higher education, if you go towards that area, then Ketu is also in a way satiated. Higher education could be delayed, but it doesn't really mean it's denied. It could just mean that you are sort of taught the value of that particular degree or that particular speciality before, and then you go and do your degree, you get your qualification, and then Rahu takes over and sort of gets you to that success that you've decided. Overall, this is